What's good, family? It's your boy Just Blaze, host of the best NBA pod in the game, Above the Rim. Keep it locked each week and join myself and a special guest as we tackle the latest rumblings in the league. If it's happening in the NBA, you know I got you covered. Make sure you subscribe on all platforms and leave that 5-star review. Let's get it.
Last question right here.
Shaq, let's just say that a snake bit your mom right up here, right in the chest area. Would you be willing to suck the venom out to win the title?
No, but I will with your wife.
Thank you, Shaq. Quote sheets will be available at the
Talk about it!
You are now tuned in to Above the Rim.
Family, welcome to another edition of Above the Rim, episode 101, brought to you as always. It's your boy, Justin, aka Just Blaze, your honorable host. Back once again after the monumental episode 100. We here again, family, to recap this NBA free agency. And joining me this week, I had to run it back. Championship round, episode 101. I had to bring the family back here with me. First up, 3 to the head is back again. Mellow Reem is.
Yeah, it's only right, man. I'm back. I'm back.
It's only right. And the boy Damo is here as well, man.
Let's run it back, man.
We running it back. We got to love on. We got a lot of love.
We got to catch up.
We do, because we got a lot of love on episode 100. Fellas, I appreciate y'all for joining me for episode 100. That was dope. That was big time for me. So I appreciate y'all.
Of course, man. It's all love.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. The family had a lot of feedback for us, telling us we were wrongest. We were wrong on a lot of these picks on episode 100. A couple of them said that we were wilding on the episode,
I think it wasn't only us. I think a lot of people were wrong.
Come on, who could imagine all of this would have went down?
This much.
This is the most swapping I've ever seen in my life.
Besides the swapping, we did get KD to the Nets, right?
Oh yeah,
I got that wrong. Y'all two had the
You know what I'm saying? We starting off on a good page today.
Damo and Reem. I got something for y'all this episode too. So I don't know how long that friendship was gonna
Parade on
last.
Flatbush.
Yes, sir.
We got the coquito out there.
Facts.
Bring the jerk chicken.
That's what I'm saying. Family, as always, you can find Above the Rim anywhere you listen to podcasts: iTunes, Stitcher, Google, Spotify, YouTube, Lineups.com. Make sure you subscribe on the YouTube page as well. To get in contact with your boy, you can hit me up. Follow me on Twitter at JustBlaze_513. That's JUSBLAZE_513. IG is JustBlaze513. On Facebook, search Above the Rim Podcast. Like that page as well. Email the show, Above the Rim NBA Podcast at gmail.com. Call up to talk about it line. Talk about it! You already know. 908-718-1592. Feedbacks, concerns. A lot of shit to talk. You already know what it is. So call that in also as well. 908-718-1592. And Reem, where can the family find you, brother?
Just follow me on Twitter, man. Let's talk sports TV. I want the smoke.
Smith Oak. And Damo coming soon. I don't want to hear that.
We gonna make him an account.
We gonna make him a burner.
Facts.
Fellas, family. I don't know what kind of mood I'm in. What kind of mood I'm in for this episode, man.
No more see you in June?
Wow. Straight.
So disrespectful.
Straight for the jugular.
Free agent just.
It's not even 5 minutes in. Jesus, Damo.
I don't know what kind of mood I'm in, man. I don't know if I'm in a somber mood. I'm a little tight. I'm a little FTW right now. I'm a little hurt. You know, I don't know how to feel because I feel like doing my son dirty right now. First of all,
How you like Billy Donovan?
I don't. I feel like they're doing my son dirty right now. There's snakes in the grass. That's why I gotta call this episode Snake Season.
Welcome to the club, man.
I feel like there's a lot of snakes going around in the NBA right now with this epic free agency that we had this fall. A lot of snakeage happening from all angles. So we gotta
get into this. Let's get into this. I'm ready.
So we gotta call this one Snake Season. But before we get there, I mean, I just gotta ask y'all, right? Damo, I'm gonna start with you. Is there I'm saying the snake season, right? But honestly, realistically, is there loyalty in the NBA right now, in your opinion?
Oh, definitely not. Ain't no loyalty.
No.
Players just doing whatever they want to do now. That's the wave.
And you don't have to be loyal.
You don't have to be loyal. It's all about cash and comfortability.
Okay, Reem, what about you? Loyalty in the NBA?
The players have loyalty to one another more sense.
Think so?
Yeah, the loyalty to the organization, that doesn't even matter anymore. I've never seen superstars in the 90s, early 2000s switch jerseys the way I've seen it switch so, you know what I mean? So often. But these players are taking their own accountability in their hands. And they setting up basically free agency on their own.
This free agency was created all by the players.
Facts.
And I'm not mad at it, to be fair.
I must say, I'm happy again. I'm amped for next season because
I can't wait.
It's wide open.
Spice. I applaud actually the players taking this into their own hands and actually controlling their own destinies and not relying on the franchise. Because you see, your boy, I didn't think PG was the type to go demand a trade and get traded days later. That was very gangster.
That was crazy. But they saying it might have been brewing all along, but we don't know the truth.
Or a little snakeage happening. You never know.
Shout out to Dame. Just ending the whole franchise with the wave away.
The whole franchise.
That's a Thanos move right there.
It was. He snapped those fingers.
Facts.
He did. So let's get into it, man. Like I said, man, I got a lot of feelings going on right now this episode because I don't know what to think, man. Because it was a blockbuster trade happening on Thursday night. I think it was Thursday night. I was in the crib. I was chilling. I got the notification, the Woj bomb. Russell Westbrook has been traded for Chris Paul and picks. And I just sat there like, nah. I literally sat at the edge of the bed tight. Like, this can't be real. I thought it was a fake Woj account at first. And then I text both of y'all. I screenshot it and I put it in the group chat and I said, wow. SMH. SMH, because it was...
I just want to ask, is Jimmy Butler to blame for that? Because you was hell-bent on getting him.
I was hell-bent on getting him. And
then he took that left and went to Miami. Took his talents down south.
But soon to come, though. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. I might not be mad at Jimmy taking his talents to South Beach because the doors are now open a little bit. Maybe to open into greener pastures. We never know. So let's get on the Rockets side of this. Russell Westbrook for Chris Paul. A blockbuster deal. Houston Rockets, in my opinion, I feel like it was a panic move, in my opinion. I think Russell Westbrook was available, the trade for Russell Westbrook. The Rockets saw everyone this summer making moves. The Lakers loaded up. The Jazz loaded up. The Clippers loaded up. Blazers got better. They saw a lot of moves being made. Missed out on Jimmy Butler, like you said. Couldn't deal Clint Capella like they originally wanted to. Couldn't move Eric Gordon like they wanted to. And then added on top of it, Chris Paul wasn't happy with the offense. He wasn't happy with the lack of ball movement because actually it's kind of been confirmed because I don't know if you guys heard, but D'Antoni was on the Woj pod earlier today and I was listening to it. And he did say there was some stylistic issues going on with the team as far as the game plan. And he said that I like the game plan what it currently is. You know what I'm saying? So it sounded like to me like D'Antoni was gung-ho on the game plan and philosophy that they have been playing, the isolation-heavy offense and leaving it in James Harden's hand. And Chris Paul was kind of the one dude with enough influence to sort of influence some of the other players to say like, hey, maybe we should be moving the ball a little bit more too. And then it looks like it caused a little bit of a divide. And then they lost to top it all off. So nobody's happy when you lose. And basically, James Harden wasn't having it. He was a little tight. Listen, I'm the MVP. You can't tell me how to play my game. This is how I'm playing my game. So that right there was really like the icing on the cake, the loss, of course. So it caused a little bit of divide in the locker room. I feel like not so much as what they reported, but to a minor extent, I feel like there was something going on there.
A little tension.
A little tension going on there. So that to me was a factor in there. And then you got James Harden communicating with Russell Westbrook. That he wants to play with him, not caring about the fit, not caring about the style, but just wants to play with his boy. And I hear it, I get it. But to me, I just think personally it was a panic move by the Houston Rockets to just make a move in the loaded West, rather than seeing maybe, since the only team that Houston Rockets lost to was the Golden State Warriors, so they have been knocked off right now with KD leaving. So I feel like it was a panic move for me and just something that they felt like they needed to do to shake up the roster. So Reem, I'm gonna start with you. What were your initial thoughts to this trade that went down?
It was a lot of feelings in between what I've seen from that team. For the fact that, you got such a floor general like CP3 with so much knowledge of the game yourself, and you just put him in a corner. I always seen that as a problem. And being that this is snake season, the perfect way to cut off to kill a snake, you got to cut off the head. CP3 is so much of a dominant presence. They had to get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? Because D'Antoni is a one-trick pony.
Yeah, oh, God.
He's offense on one side. We've never seen him make adjustments. And it's been going back since they had Joe Johnson.
This is years now.
Joe Johnson, somebody who can get you a different look. He's never adjusted. He had Melo. And that's another thing with the whole CP3 thing. He really felt passionate that, Melo wasn't given a right opportunity. So
I think that played a role.
That might have started some disdain between them. And then you turn around and in the playoffs, we've seen what going to Harden for 80 to 90% of the game looked like. So to bring in somebody like Westbrook, I get it. They hung out. They've been boys since they were 10, et cetera, et cetera. But even Maury, he's an analytics dude. Where would you put that team now as far as analytics wise? Like, where would you put this team now? You have one of the worst shooters in history. Not a bad season, in history. Playing your point, playing your shooting, or whatever you want to play him at. As far as like time with the ball, those two are top in the league for the last 2-3 years.
Highest in usage rate.
So where do you go from there? You didn't really grow as a franchise.
Well, hold on with the fit with Russell Westbrook. We don't get into that right now. But Damo, what was your first thoughts when you heard the trade?
I was shocked.
Because you're attached to this too. OKC is your squad. Russell Westbrook is one of your.
I'm a Brooklyn guy now.
Oh wow,
Boy, if you don't get...
But OKC is in the heart. They in the heart. The blood ties are still there.
Snake sees them.
Yo.
Hey, listen,
Damo,
I told y'all
Damo.
last episode what time it was, man.
I might see you on that too, bro. I'm kind of feeling it. But continue, my brother.
Me too.
It's
Okay.
BK all day.
Okay.
Yeah, you looking for a team now too? So come on over here.
So disrespectful.
Snake season.
It is right now. I need a snake sound effect.
But yeah, I mean, when I saw it, I was like, wow. It's Russ and it's the Brody and the beard again. At first I didn't see how it could work, but as days go by, I'm looking at it and I'm like, what was my issues with Russ in OKC? They didn't really surround him with shooters. He didn't have no shooters around him. So he's the one jacking up shots. He's going to the hole. He's getting triple doubles, blah, blah, blah. Then you take it to Houston. We're looking at the beard. Their problem was, Harden is doing all the work. He's doing all the dirty work. And you
Dirty.
Huh?
Not dirty.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh.
He's doing he's taking the heavy
carrying
load.
the load, the offensive load.
Yeah.
By choice.
And then you got a coach that loves to run and gun. So then now I'm looking at them, taking out Chris Paul, who likes to, slow the game down and get everybody involved.
Control
you got
the
a
game.
guy like Russ that likes to run and gun. Along with Harden, and you got shooters surrounded around both of those guys. I feel like if you let Russell Westbrook handle the ball and let Harden play off of him, I think it will work better than what they had with CP3.
See, but you see what you just said. Let Harden play off of him. Now you know what.
But they got the LA. Do you see what happened? He could defer. I think they could defer.
I think to me, I'm gonna start off
To
right
each
here.
other.
I think this whole friendship shit to me is like overblown. I feel like it's like oversaturated because I think sometimes when you are friends or whatever, I understand that they want to play together. So they obviously are going to try to make it work or whatever adjustments they need to make. But I feel like when you have friends or whatever you are, quote unquote friends, sometimes you may have too much respect for one another. Where in case
it doesn't work.
Where in the case maybe you can't be honest with that person because he is your boy in real life. You get what I'm saying? Because of your boy, I don't want to hurt your feelings, or I don't want you to feel no kind of way because I did ask you to come here. So now I can't be honest with you if things go wrong or you're not steering on the same game plan. And I feel like everyone loves each other in the beginning. There's a honeymoon period all the time, but how are those two gonna react when things start going right? Because they are, like Reem said, the two most dominant players.
I think that's when you got to give it. That's when you have to give it to D'Antoni and get another coach in there. With Russ coming there, he could be the savior for D'Antoni's career in Houston.
I don't think
could be.
Reem,
he doesn't play defense. He's not a good shooter. On ball, Westbrook is not a good on ball defender. He doesn't space the court. Turnovers is crazy.
And you already know that him and Harden turnovers is crazy.
Yeah, but both of them in the same backcourt, that's ridiculous. But my bigger question is, what kind of diva are we really dealing with the beard?
Oh man, Snake.
Because I feel as though he has a real problem. No, I'm just saying, we've seen him kind of get guys out of town without actually publicly coming out and saying it.
Passive aggressive.
So let's start off with Dwight. With Dwight, he had an issue. Whatever, he got Dwight out of town.
I think the beard struck a nerve with the both of you guys.
No. I don't have no personal issue with the beard.
I like them.
Both y'all boys.
But I'm just saying the writing was on the wall.
Yeah.
They had Mikhail over there. He told him, like, listen, man, I don't know how much of a leader you are. He's gone.
You know this Mikhail did slander him when he lost a job.
Yeah.
Like he said a lot of.
He said like that guy's not a leader. Like you know what I'm saying, he's gone. There's a lot of players that just disappeared off his team, and he had a decent supporting cast. They chose his side.
I think he's very passive aggressive. Like and because him himself, like to me, I guess he's kind of like a half alpha to me because him himself, he thinks he's an alpha.
He's not a vocal.
Yeah, but he has a lot of beta qualities kind of to him.
He's a Devo.
Yeah, though.
He's a Devo.
Yeah. And I don't, and see with him, to me, he's a Devo and he's stubborn too, also as well. And because now people are talking about this friendship, they played together, 10 years ago, whatever the case may be. Both of these boys were different players when they played against each other before. Yeah. Harden came off the bench. He was not the same player. Russell Westbrook was coming into his own, but he was still fighting with KD at that time for control of the team because he thought he was just as good. So
the efficiency rate was nowhere.
I think the both of them are past that now, though. You know, they got their accolades up. I think it's time for them. You know, they realize that they're at the age now where, okay, we gotta figure this thing out and work together and try and get,
So do you trust both of them to actually play off the ball and do something off the ball? At least being a decoy? Are they gonna back screen? They're gonna cut?
I'll put it to you like this. I trust Harden more to do what you just said. I trust him more to do it because he's been a sixth man. He's been in that role before. Westbrook's never really been in that role.
This is the new Harden. This is the beard, though. This is not James Harden. This is the beard.
I get that.
MVP.
I get that.
I got a question for both of you guys. With their resumes and where they've been at in the NBA so far, if this pairing does not work, where does that leave both of them guys? Russell Westbrook has played with some of probably the best talent in the NBA.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Hasn't been able to win.
Yes.
The Beard has played with maybe like a tier down of talent, and he hasn't been able to win his way. So you got a stubborn guy and a guy who's in his own way that played.
Two stubborn guys.
Yeah, on the same team now. So now if the outcome is the same, where does that lead to?
I got something for you, though. When it comes to when the season starts next year and you start bringing up pressure cookers, I got the pressure cooker up to a 10 for Westbrook.
Oh.
It's up to a 10. I'm saying it from right now because
he's the key.
The line of talent this guy's play, like you just said, the line of talent this guy's play with. I mean, if you ain't figured something out by now.
And see, he hasn't even adapted properly. That's my issue. Like, what's the issue that we have with Russ? It's what? Situational IQ.
Well, I wouldn't say.
Hold on. What,
we know that's your guy, but go ahead.
It's situational IQ. It's decision making in the half court. and his shooting and spacing, right?
The decision making in the fourth quarter as well.
And the fourth quarter, yeah. That goes into the situation.
I did kind of see him take a step back from what you always criticize him of in the fourth
IQ?
quarter. Yeah, I seen him. He did pretty good last year.
I mean, that's because Paul George was taking some of those shots.
He was in the MVP talk. He had no choice.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
So can he work on those three things? Situational IQ, decision making in the half court, full court, whatever, and shooting. Because you need those three key factors to really prosper in Houston's offense. You need to be a small spacer or a decoy when you don't have the ball. You need to have IQ to know when to shoot, to drive, or get a foul. Because remember, it's either three-pointers or you go into the rack and
he
get a foul.
can't shoot free throws.
No mid-ranges, which is his favorite shot. Pull-ups, right? Pull-up mid-ranges. Melo had to say sorry.
10 games.
He's the wild card right now. I say the Rockets can go as far as Russell Westbrook can take them. Because he's the one that's going to have to, change his game.
I agree. And to me, I'll say this last point, and then we can move on to CP a little bit. But to me, I feel like D'Antoni is one of the main reasons why I don't think it will be as effective. Like, the numbers are going to look sexy. They're going to get their stats. They're going to get to the playoffs, obviously. I think they're going to be a second round and out team because I think there are a few teams better than them right now with the way the roster is constructed. But to me, D'Antoni is an enabler and not an enforcer. And I think that's why it won't work to what they want it to work.
And that's why he'll be gone by Christmas.
It's a strong D'Antoni.
Oh, D'Antoni?
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
I can't argue that.
And he's a last year of a coach, so he's coaching for his life too. This is a bad mix right now. I'm not feeling it right now.
Yeah.
But we got to talk about CP a little bit before we move on. Because
Ouch.
I'm a little tight right now because I feel like CP is getting too much slander right now, and it's kind of irking my nerves right now. They really talking about Chris Paul, the point guard. Take my fandom aside. They're really talking about this man like if he is really washed up, like he can't contribute on a team right now. Nobody wants him just because he's worried about his contract, and people are listening to media narratives that ESPN throws at you. Contract.
Egos.
He's a locker room. You listening to Kendrick bum-ass Perkins, right? Rondo's best friend about Chris Paul. Give me a damn break. This man had a down season last year. He was injury prone last year. I'll give you that. He definitely has to work on his durability, but that's always been a problem. Last year, 55th in the league in usage rate. How do you expect one of the Hall of Fame playmakers, one of the best floor generals the game has ever seen, be 55th in the league in usage? He was tied with Buddy Hield in the league in usage rate. He was tied with Buddy Hield. That to me is ridiculous that he's tied with Buddy Hield. And he still shot 57% from mid-range from 16 to 20 feet, so he still was hitting his jumpers. His attempts went all the way down last year because you know why? They told him to stop shooting the mid-range jump shots, and he had to stick to the game plan, which was isolating, settle for a three, kick it out, or get a drive, or just wait till your number was called, basically. So to me, I feel like he had a down year in terms of usage, and I feel like it's kind of like clouded the view of him to like the casual NBA fan or dudes who don't know basketball. Like if you give Chris Paul a rock, you let him do what he does, play make. He's still a top point guard in this league, even at 34 years old, in my opinion.
My question to you is, where does he end up now?
I say Miami. I think Miami's the best place for him. I think Miami's the best choice for him, and I think he fits in well over there in Miami. It's a defensive-minded team. Got Pat Riley, got Coach Spo over there, who I think is a top 5 coach in the league. I think he's still an underrated coach, Coach Spo. I like Coach Spo. They have Jimmy Butler going over there, which he wanted to be ball dominant. He wanted to be the primary scorer, which is fine. I don't think Chris Paul has an issue with somebody else being a primary scorer, because if he played with Blake, he was a primary scorer. Everybody else he played with, there was a primary scorer over him. So I don't think that's an issue. Jimmy Butler cannot carry the team every single possession like he thinks he can. He needs someone else to be a floor general, somebody like that. You got Justice Winslow. Hopefully they keep a nice defender. You got Bam Adebayo over there. They can pick up. They're gonna let go some of the guys like Olynyk, James Johnson, whatever. They could pick up. There's a few pickups still available. Kenneth Faried is available to round out that roster. You could pick up Melo, round out that roster. I think it would be a nice choice for him, who he's already been in contact with.
Yeah, because I was about to say, him and Jimmy Butler is not enough. Miami.
Who? Chris Paul and Jimmy
Yeah.
Butler? Well, they need a little bit more. Yeah, Melo would be a nice score off the bench. J.R. Smith is available now.
As of today, yeah.
As of today, Luke Bamute, the Prince, is
Oh,
out
my
there.
God. Don't even bring this guy's
The Prince
name
is
up.
out there, but I think Miami is the best destination for Chris Paul, and I ultimately think it's gonna happen. Reem, what are your thoughts?
I like selfishly, I like the Miami location because, it could bring my boy in potentially. And I think it'd be good for Chris Paul. You aging a little bit, warm weather consistently, and Pat Riley don't play.
Exactly.
That body fat got to be a certain level.
Yes.
They check it every week.
That's good.
And for him, like, that might be good for on his hamstrings and his legs and all of that. Like, as you get older, you want to be in prime shape. So I think that'd be a good location for him. And like you said, you could bring a couple other guys that are made men to pair along with a couple young bodies. They got the Hero kid over there.
He's been lighting it up in some.
They still got the Jones Jr. whatever it is jumping out
Derrick Jones Jr.
jumping out the sky. You got a young Bam.
Very young.
Believe it or not, Dwight is still on the market.
True. That would be a nice solid backup.
You could bring in some pieces that'll help agent Chris Paul. They still got Trey Burke out there, but if not Miami, and he wants to compete and contend
Deion
today,
Waiter's still on the squad too.
Yeah, I never liked that kid though. But if you want to go Chris Paul, 30, what is he, 32 right now?
33.
33, 34, whatever.
34, yeah, could be.
But if you put him in the spot like the Bucks,
If you ask him to facilitate.
but if you put him in Milwaukee,
Oh, I wouldn't be mad at that at all.
and remove Bledsoe, who kind of like blows an egg every once in a while in playoffs, and you got a made dude, because Middleton is decent, he's cool, but a CP, Middleton,
Giannis,
Lopez,
Wes Matthews.
I really like Wes Matthews for whatever reason.
I like Wes Matthews.
I think that'd be a good landing spot for him, contending wise.
I agree.
I don't see him in LA with the whole Rondo.
Nah, I don't want that
that
happening.
whole
Also, a
that's
sleeper
going
team
on.
I did hear was the Spurs also as well.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
That's-
I did hear the Spurs were intrigued by it.
I always liked him for the Spurs because I thought his floor general
Pop-
abilities and pop would is
Oh,
a
I
perfect
think
It's a
pairing.
match made in heaven.
Yeah, it is.
But you
Mid-range.
got to find somebody to play the center because Dwight, I mean, not
LaMarcus?
LaMarcus, he's just not it for me. He doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
He puts up good numbers, but like,
I think Chris Paul can
Chris Paul will
take
get in
game
his
to another
ass.
level, though.
He'd want to.
Yo, you know what's crazy though? What people are forgetting all this? Since the so-called down year that Chris Paul had last year, the man was third in assists. He averaged over 8 assists a game. He was third in the league in assists last year. For his down year, I looked up the numbers. He's third in the league. It was Russ, Kyle Lowry, Chris Paul.
But honestly, if Kyle Lowry is in your top 3 in assists, I don't think the league really has.
But that's because everyone's usage was down. We know Russ takes his usage into his own hands.
What was the top 3?
Russell Westbrook, Kyle Lowry, and Chris Paul, number 3.
Oh, really? Lowry,
Harden was top 5.
Lowry put numbers up there still. All right.
That's what I'm saying.
For me, I think Chris Paul, the teams that fit well for him, in my opinion, number 1, the Spurs. I got Minnesota, and then I got
over there.
Philly.
If you thought Jimmy was gonna kill them dudes, man, Chris
Yeah.
Paul, he'd go crazy on them young boys.
That's why I don't like him with the young boys over there.
I think
we
he
need some
can take
vets.
their game to another level, though. You don't think so?
Nah.
I don't trust that mini team. I don't trust. I like Karl Anthony Towns, but that's it.
Yeah, I don't think Wiggins don't got it.
Yeah, you saw him in the summer league sleeping on the bench.
Wiggins got to do something with Wiggins because I don't know.
They should have got D'Lo. They messed up right there.
Yeah, they did mess up
Well,
with that.
we
move.
might as well go to these free agent signings right now. So we might as well go. So hopefully CP get dealt soon. Stop playing yourself. Get dealt soon. Force your hand.
Free
Don't go
Melo.
overseas.
Free Melo, free CP right now to the Heat, South Beach. The Brooklyn Nets. Round of applause. We had the video out, us talking about the Brooklyn Nets. Parade down Flatbush. Coquito out there. Jug chicken out
Quito,
there.
no crackers, coco mango cherry.
And I was wrong on KD. I had him going to the Knicks. Both of y'all brothers had him. No, you had him going to Golden
I
State,
had
Damo.
I had him either staying in Golden State or coming to the Nets.
Okay. But the Nets was on the radar. I knew he was coming to New York, but I thought he would have picked the Knicks. I knew Kyrie was going there because I thought that was his only destination where he fit. And They got DeAndre Jordan as well. They got Taurean Prince. They traded away Allen Crabbe. They're starting to round out the roster. Still kept Jared Allen as well, which is interesting, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen there. But
I really like that though.
like him with DJ
as a mentor.
But he's been starting though. You think he's okay with coming off the bench now?
But he has to. You see what Embiid did to him. He's real light in the frame.
Yeah. And B did body him.
You know what I'm saying? He has some growth, but he's in a good spot.
So how we feeling about the Brooklyn Nets and their free agency signings? How we liking it? We loving it? How we feeling right now? I love it, me personally.
I'm loving it. But the hype for me is a little low because the Durant injury. So I'm not really expecting much from them this year. But the following year, oh yeah, I'm all the way in.
But you're expecting Durant to be Golden State, Kevin Durant? The next year, what's that? 2020? I believe
2021
or 2021 or whatever.
2020, yeah, 2020.
Yeah. You expecting him after this season, next upcoming season, the following season? Are you expecting him to be back? Because if you are, then
maybe not so much of a slasher the way he was, but the shooting is still going to be there. And you don't need to be slashing when you got a guy like Kyrie on the team. All he got to do is shoot. He's 7 feet tall. He can shoot over people. I'm hyped for that. I mean, that I'll take it. After an ACL injury, yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that kid. Achilles. Yeah. My bad. I'll take that Kevin Durant.
Reem, how you feeling about Brooklyn?
It's decent. It's decent. I'm just hyped because it's in the backyard. So if I ever want to go see a lit game, I only got to go down Flatbush.
Tell them.
That's in Brooklyn. And for those listening everywhere else. But I don't know, man. We didn't expect a lot last year, and they made it to the playoffs. And we know what Kyrie did in Boston. He has a lot to prove.
Pressure cooker up.
His pressure cooker's up there for me.
Yeah, because he took he joined a team who had zero expectations with a point guard that was basically outcasted and deemed as a bad leader. And he's coming from a situation where they called him a bad leader. So we're going to see what he's made out of. And don't worry about the KD thing. KD's going to come back. He's going to be a hooper. Hoopers figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's still young. Technology is crazy. Look at Wes Matthews. Rudy Gay. Things look fine for the. He's in a decent weight class to bounce back.
True.
But I just want to see if Kyrie has learned from that situation. You know what I'm saying? So he's in a situation where it's either win or nothing for him.
See, I think with Kyrie, I think he's learned his lesson from last year, with the Boston Celtics, as far as being vocal. Because I feel like last year, he didn't know how to be vocal. He tried to be vocal, but then he was kind of stupid because then he was being vocal through the media rather than talking to the players or having their own players only meetings or whatever. But then also I feel like he came in there acting like he was an OG already. And he wanted them to respect him like an OG. But he's really not an OG in the league. He's only, 27 or something like that?
26.
Yeah, something like that. 26,
20, something like that. 7 years.
Probably 7 years, yeah.
But his issue that he's going to be facing now going into the Nets, there's no veteran presence there anymore.
But I think he was humbled last year.
Yeah, but I'm saying, he's coming back into a situation. There's nobody really check him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there isn't anyone to check.
Dudley's gone for whatever's worth. He's not really much of a player, but
wanted that,
he's a presence. You know what I'm saying? So now it's who's gonna little boy him? How LeBron had to put him in a pocket.
Yeah. You know what I always wanted to... Let me ask you fellas this. So because since those two wanted to play together, KD and Kyrie, right? Who out of those two is the alpha in that relationship? Because I think that's going to be an interesting conundrum, I think, throughout the season. Because KD's still going to be with the team, still going to be vocal with the team, still going to be around the place, still going to be at every practice because you have to grow a relationship, camaraderie. So who do you think is the alpha out of those two when they finally start playing together? Or throughout teams, because you have to set that precedent in the first year. See what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I was thinking about it. And I was like, let me ask the fellas. Who honestly, because there has to be one alpha on the team. There has to be.
I think it would be KD though, because he's, like you said, he's gonna be on the sidelines. He's gonna be seeing everything, from a sideline perspective. So
has he ever been that alpha?
He's never been,
That's
but I think
interesting.
I think he's also learned, from his past, and maybe he'll take another leap in that direction to being a good leader, a vocal leader at that, So I think he'll be watching from the sidelines. He'll see what's going on out there, and then he'll call Kyrie over, and he'll talk in his ear, whatever. Talk to the young boys.
I think he should be on the bench every game, like stuff like that.
Definitely, it shouldn't be no disagreement. You got to be there. You got to be present.
He might not be around, to be honest with you.
I don't think so.
For some time.
Well, I think that's a bad look then if he's not around.
That's what I'm saying.
But they paid him to rehab.
Visually.
Like, yeah,
visually he should be there. I'm saying in the first year, because we haven't established who that leader is. DeAndre Jordan's not a leader of a team.
He's a voice. He's a voice.
Who, DeAndre?
He's
a voice, but he's not the leader of a locker room, the leader of a team.
Because his performance on the court.
And who else? There is no leader.
There's nobody else.
They got rid of DeMar Carroll.
Yeah.
Who else? Joe Harris, he ain't no leader. Dinwiddie?
He barely in the league.
That's what I'm saying. Dinwiddie? No.
LeVert is young.
LeVert young. There's no leader.
Yeah, you're right, man.
That's going to be interesting to know. Jared Dudley is gone because he would have been the locker room leader.
They might have to swing. They might have to bring like a Vince Carter back to the ball.
That'll be interesting.
Well, this is where you have to look at the coach then and see he would have to be the leader, because look at Golden State. Who was the leader there? It wasn't Steph Curry.
It was Draymond.
Yeah, it wasn't no Draymond.
Draymond was the leader of the team.
Steve Kerr was the leader. Everybody goes to Steve Kerr.
Believe it or not, Melo would be a good buffer for that situation over there. No. Aside from the
in Brooklyn, no?
Brooklyn.
I actually agree, though. I low-key agree.
It'd give him a window to actually, like, the nostalgia of him being back in New York without having KD. It'll buy you a year.
And they're missing a 4, too.
And he's really good with the media for New York. And a lot of athletes aren't good with the New York media. And he'd be a buffer for KD and Kyrie. Because they're terrible with the media.
He's going to have to change his number, though.
Oh, damn.
Your boy gonna have to change his number too if he go to Miami.
D-Wade gotta bless him though.
See, but Melo got an alternate. He go back to 15 and make that a whole thing for the NBA now.
CP 3.5.
I mean, I actually like that though. I would like to see that him come to Brooklyn. That would be a good.
That would be nice.
I think it would work.
All right, we're gonna see. Gonna be interested. Let's move on to the man who changed the balance of power. I wish I had a Thanos sound for this right now, man.
What do, baby?
What it do?
What do, baby?
Kawhi Leonard shut the NBA summer down by choosing to go, holding the NBA hostage. Actually, it was Kawhi watch for about that lasted good 5 days or something like that. It was like Kawhi watch. There were helicopters and shit following his route from Toronto back to LA. Masai Ujiri was all over the place trying to meet with him. Uncle Dennis was all over the place meeting with every executive with his demands we've been hearing Uncle Dennis had. Was quite gangster, by the way. I
told y'all he was out of there. He owes them nothing.
You know what's crazy? That's it. You know what's crazy? Reem, you said it a while ago. You was like, man, if he does this, he is a cold-blooded. He a cold piece if he leaves Toronto after this title. And he did it. To the Clippers. And
got the chip and dipped.
And then not only that, forced his hand, Uncle Dennis, forced his hand to get him the star that he particularly wanted.
Boss move.
And talked to Paul George. Said, request a trade, which set off a domino effect. And got Paul George. And they traded, 5 picks? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was a solid young
7
piece.
7 players total.
7 players. Danilo Gallinari. And now the OKC Thunder racking up on picks. What a boss move for Kawhi Leonard. And I think it was a thug move. I think it was the right move for Kawhi Leonard.
I think he saved the NBA. Because it's back to a competitive state now. Look at what he did. I mean, he took the Raptors to the finals, got the chip, then went and he's starting a whole nother situation on the Clippers.
He's a super team killer. He did it twice already.
Oh, man. Crazy.
He and the Warriors.
Crazy. I'm glad that he doesn't believe in building super teams, because now I'm like a little kid again watching the NBA. I
tell you right now, fellas, I would have been pissed off if you went to the Lakers.
Oh, yeah. I would have stopped watching the NBA. I would have took a year off.
I love it, man.
I'm tired. I'm tired of predetermining who's gonna win the chip every year. You know what I mean? It's get kind of boring. You know, you just wait until the playoffs come around.
I agree. I saw a stat also too with Kawhi. He won 75% of the 467 games that he's played in. The highest win percentage in NBA history.
Man, listen. Kawhi came and put his balls on the table.
Talk about it.
The man demanded.
The man did.
I'm not coming to LA to play for the Lakers. I'm going to the Clippers. But give me Paul George.
Can you get it for me?
I'm not going back to Toronto. Forget your fans. I got you a chip. Chip and dip, right, Damo?
Oh, chip and dip. Also, by playing his balls on the table, he said, I'm not coming to the Clippers unless y'all get PG.
That too.
But aside from that, he said, all right, now you got me, but only for 2 years.
Let's not even forget that.
I forgot about that. Thank you, Reem. For 2
years.
2+1, he signed.
2 years, which will put him in the same stranglehold in 2 years. And then he's eligible for the big boy max.
The big boy max is eligible for the 10-year veteran max.
Them balls. He rubbed them balls on the table with it.
Is he now the man right now? I think he's the man right now.
His resume speaks for it.
Best player in the league?
Yeah.
Spicy talk?
Spicy talk.
Oh, man. That's tough. But you know, I'm not really a Kawhi guy.
But I've turned into a Kawhi guy.
Listen,
it's sort of like what Kobe did. I hated Kobe, but the more I watched the guy, I was like, you know what, this guy's the best.
He converted me. Kawhi converted me, yo.
Dog,
He's
the
a fun guy.
best two-way player, best two-way player in the league.
Yes. I think hands down best two-way player in the league.
And he shut down that whole analytics game because his mid-range, he brought the mid-range
muy bien.
back. Forget your numbers. I'm Kawhi.
On a bad leg, too. Remember, he was dealing with a bad leg throughout the postseason also as well.
And he's making load management a thing as well. Like, you're signing me, but I'm only playing 65. But I'm going to get you a chip.
And let's not forget about the phenomenal job that the Clippers did by not only getting PG and Kawhi, but surrounding them with the right players.
I love the mix.
And retaining players as well.
Oh, my goodness, Just. This team?
Patrick Beverly.
Is a
Landry
defensive nightmare.
Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Black Beast, Montrezl Harrell, Zubac.
You know what they remind me of?
Lou Willville.
They remind me of the Bad Boys.
Mo Harkless.
Is this the new Bad Boys
J.
team?
Michael Green.
The only thing that's going to be concerning about that team is Paul George did have all-season surgery on both shoulders. So you might not see him in the first 2 months, maybe.
Well, he said he should be scheduled to start.
Should be. That's what he's supposed to say.
Hey, look, man. What would you rather? A Paul George with bad shoulders or a Kyle Lowry?
But listen. But when I'm saying Kyle Lowry plays all the games, though, he's there. Yeah. He's present. But if you get off to a rocky start, you're gonna be fighting in the West.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be tough.
I think they're all right though.
Especially with the other guy on the other side of the locker room.
So I would say that is it safe to say that the Clippers hands down won the offseason?
Yeah. Because at first I had Philly as the winners.
What?
Yeah, I had Philly. as the winners.
Oh my! Oh, really? Oh, we're gonna get there. You like it?
I like Philly.
I got a better.
I got a couple words for that. Okay.
I think
the Clippers are the winners now.
I think the Jazz won.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
On the lowest of keys.
Because they did pull off.
Yeah. That was.
Wait. Let's get to the Jazz. Okay. I just thought it was unanimous Clippers, but that's okay. That's solid. Let's go to the other LA team real quick. King James, Bron James, Anthony Davis, Los Angeles Lakers. They signed DeMarcus Cousins, Danny Green, Quinn Cook, Kentavious, KCP, JaVale McGee, Avery Bradley. Reshape this entire roster.
Where's Lance Stevenson?
I would like him in South Beach. CP. Did it in 2K. But yeah, Avery Bradley over there with the Los Angeles Lakers didn't keep Lance Stevenson, kept Kyle Kuzma. Interesting mix right now. I like the team. I'm not gonna lie. I know there's a lot of opinions. Everybody thinks they're damn Lakers analysts right now. They're the hottest team to talk about. So I like the team. I don't love it. I don't love this team because
I still don't see where they're going.
Well, I don't like the roster construction as far as the bigs that they put together. I think they're lacking foot speed as a whole.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to be lacking pick and roll defensive coverage. Because if DeMarcus Cousins, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Kyle Kuzma, and then who you going to put at the point? If you're running LeBron at the point, which I don't think is a great idea, you put Danny Green there.
No.
Danny Green or Avery Bradley or
Caldwell
whatever.
Pope.
As a defending guard.
Yeah, but
Okay.
even that defending guard still can't guard point guards. You get what I'm saying? Like an attacking point guard like a Kemba Walker, like a Kyrie Irving, like a Russell Westbrook, like a Damian Lillard. Attacking point guards, they still cooking Danny Green. I don't know where.
And LeBron.
And LeBron. And Kuzma. And Avery Bradley. I don't care who's on it. Those defenders are not elite enough where they can shut down one of those type of attacking guards. Even CJ McCollum is giving buckets.
Well, you see, the thing is that saves them is that you still got Anthony Davis waiting for you at the rim.
True, but he might be occupied with somebody else.
That's if he could jump over a water bottle this year. Depends on. I mean, what's his second year of the Achilles looks like?
No, I'm talking about Anthony Davis, not
Anthony. Sorry, Anthony Davis.
We know DeMarcus Cousins ain't.
That's what I'm saying. If he's out there, that's.
But he came out today and said he's like, I don't like the five. No, I'm talking about AD. He said, I prefer not to play the five. So he's putting that on out in the open. Rip. Like,
So because he's not playing the five, that means Cousins has to play the five, or McGee has to play the five, which would mean Kuzma has to come off the bench. You're not playing him at the two. You're playing Kuzma 6'8" at the two? Why?
His defense ain't there for that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So now, because you signed
I thought they was playing him at the three. I think
LeBron is at the three. If you're playing AD at the four.
No,
they want LeBron at the one.
Yeah, they want
They
Boogie,
said, no. Frank Vogel came out and said that's not happening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, came out and said that's not happening.
Listen.
But then the problem is, who are you gonna put it? Rondo?
Yeah.
You want to see
Cook?
Frank Vogel coach a game? LeBron will be playing the point guard.
Good point.
All right.
Good point. I don't like the fit.
If anybody's a
though.
snake, is LeBron.
Oh, snake season. Oh,
Get people out of there.
Listen, you already know half of this team is not gonna be there by midseason.
Oh yeah,
you know that, right? Come
we
on,
already know this ain't it for the Lakers.
let's keep it a buck.
10 games in, they're gonna be looking to recalibrate that team.
Because they know they're gonna start 3-7 or something like that. LeBron, they're gonna show him
Somebody
play,
goes
take it
down with a broken toe or something, and it's time to remix that squad.
I think the odd man out in that
La
whole
Diva.
thing. It'll probably be Rondo.
Of course,
Rondo shouldn't be there right now anyway.
because I think Caruso's gonna outplay Rondo.
I'll give Caruso burn over Rondo. I'm sorry.
That's a little disrespect.
He's athletic.
He's athletic.
He can
Quinn
shoot.
Cook could play. Quinn Cook could hit an open jumper. Can't defend a lick, but he could hit an open jumper. But I mean, it's Quinn Cook that we're talking about. I mean, we're not talking about a starting caliber point guard right now. So I still feel like the Lakers are going to have issues when it comes to that guard spot because I'm not feeling their guard rotation at all. Bradley, Green, Quinn Cook, who else? KCP. I'm not a fan of their guard play. So I think there's going to be a problem. And also to keep it a buck, we know this is going to be a different squad by midseason.
I'm about to say the same thing with LeBron. He gets rid of players and coaches.
Yes.
So everybody better be with.
Midseason.
GM.
La GM, La Diva, La Fail that he did last year. Listen, dude, real quick before we jump over, you think LeBron's going to show more effort this season? I actually think we're going to see a better LeBron this year.
MVP LeBron?
I don't think he's going to win MVP, but I think he's going to be...
No, MVP caliber, though.
Oh, yes.
His numbers were crazy last year, though. So
it was like 29, 7-7 or something.
27.
Despite the injuries, his numbers was kind of like out of this world.
Because they're so easy to get those numbers easy. I think he's going to get 28 and 10, and his rebounds will go down, like 6 rebounds, because you got Boogie, you got AD in there, and McGee. I go 28, 10, and 6.
Lowest the key, I want to see his frustration level of the players around him. Like, what is he going to... I mean...
He got some vets around him, though.
Yeah, but Kuzma, you got to see if he's going to make that next step and how much leash that LeBron's really
You got to
getting.
get some Mamba in him next year.
I mean, they're hindering his growth with Cousins there. I think that was the excessive signing was Cousins. So
I see them at like the 4th, 5th seed.
and Vogel's gonna be interesting because we're not checking for Vogel. I think he's a mid-level coach, if that.
LeBron and AD got to play 82 games.
I say
That's not happening. 82?
Nah, that's not going to happen.
Bron is playing 60.
No, I mean in terms of they got to be healthy.
Bron is playing 60 games.
You can't take no nights off.
Load
You can't take
management.
you can't
I'm not
take
doing
no-
that.
You can't do no take no nights off out
LeBron will
there.
be playing 78 games.
78?
78 games.
Nah, I see 60, 65.
They ain't gonna make the playoffs if he only playing 60.
He played.
They should still be able to. You got Boogie, you got AD. That's why they got depth.
But I'm saying AD got to play them games too
Well, now that's
because
an
he's
interesting
injury
caveat.
prone.
But there's an extra roster spot though. You know that though, right?
But he mellow.
Mellow.
Come on
I
now.
mean, it's pedestrian mellow at this point.
All right,
Oh, Beanie Mellow.
all right, next topic because y'all wilding. Y'all wilding. Next.
So disrespectful.
The Utah Jazz, right? Reem called them. They had the most successful offseason. Me and Damo said the Clippers. Reem said the Utah Jazz. They got Mike Conley. They picked up Bogdanovich. They got Jeff Green. They got Ed Davis. Lost Rubio. Lost Derek Favors. Lost Alec Burks. Lost Jay Crowder. So those are 4 rotational pieces that they lost, but did pick up 4 rotational pieces in return. So they have to put those adjustments in order, and I think they're going to have a fine season. So Reem, why do you think that they had the most successful offseason?
The point guard play alone. It was about time they got rid of Rubio.
It was an upgrade.
Two-time foe. But you got probably one of the most underrated point guards in NBA history, numbers wise. I mean, solid point guard. He's always done what he's supposed to do. And then you put a dude like Bogdanovich, who actually ran the team last year to the point where they thought after my man Vic got hurt, they was going to be out of contentions, and he averaged 18 plus last year.
Played well.
Played really good, and we didn't expect none of that from him. So you pair that with Mike Conley, with Mitchell, with all these other young pieces that they got.
Aussie.
There's players. Oh, my man, what y'all call him, Joe?
Office Depot Joe?
It's, along with him, like,
Or
you know what I'm
Toby.
saying? I think they have something going over there, man. If everybody could stay healthy, 'cause I'm not sure how deep their bench is, but that starting lineup, and you giving Donovan Mitchell a lot of space now.
There are no holes in that starting lineup.
No, everybody could defend for the most part, and everybody could shoot.
I could see them taking out a team like the Lakers.
Taking them out?
Yeah, I
could
wouldn't
see that.
I wouldn't be surprised if they end up beating the Lakers. But what would be needed for that to happen?
Harsh on the Lakers, too.
Huh?
You said no playoffs last year. You harsh on the Lakers.
Well, they didn't make the playoffs.
I know
did
you-
they? So I wasn't that harsh.
True.
But they definitely gonna be in the play. They're gonna be in the playoffs this year. I know that. If AD and LeBron is healthy. But for the Jazz to take out a juggernaut team, I feel like they're gonna have to need one of those. Because I compare Donovan Mitchell to Dwayne Wade. So he's going to have a Dwayne Wade-esque kind of season to take, the Jazz, for anybody to take the Jazz seriously.
I agree. I think D. Mitchell got to take a major leap forward this year. I said before, he's got to get 25-5. 25-5-5, actually. Give me a 25-5-5 season for D. Mitchell and an All-Star berth. And I think
this got to be
really
his
making
coming
some
out
noise.
year. This got to be his
Conley's
coming out
gonna help him, yo. Conley's gonna help him. I'm not gonna lie, he is. 76ers. My man Damo was high on the 76ers, and I don't know why he is. I'm not the greatest fan of him. I know my man Akeem from Raw Uncut podcast. Shout out to him. He's a big 76ers fan. Big Ben Simmons supporter, big Joel Embiid supporter. He hates Brett Brown, but he's loving the signings right now. So they re-signed Tobias, gave him $190 million, got Al Horford $110 million, Josh Richardson in the signing trade for Jimmy Butler. They lost Jimmy Butler, lost JJ Redick, and kept Brett Brown. The 76ers, to me, I know they're like the sexy pick to come out the East because, to me, they're the safe pick to come out the East. And when I look at their roster from top to bottom, especially their starting 5, all over 6'7". You got Ben Simmons in there who still doesn't have his jump shot. Hopefully he will. You look at that top five, great defensively, phenomenal defensively. I think on the offensive side of the ball is where they're going to have a little bit of trouble. Obviously, we know Ben has his deficiencies. We know Joel Embiid can carry a team somewhat if he's out there being healthy. But to me, the fit between him and Al Horford, as far as spacing, Al Horford could shoot, don't get me wrong. But he's not a knockdown shooter where you really got to respect him. Like, he could hit a couple of threes. He could hit you 1 out of 3, 2 out of 5, 2 out of 6, something like that. But is he a sniper? No. Is Josh Richardson a sniper? No. Ben Simmons? Hell no. Joel Embiid shouldn't be taking threes. So that, to me, is my issue with the 76ers. Great size. Love their size. Love their defense. But to me, on the offensive side, I think it's going to be an adjustment that they need to make to get better. Damo, how you feeling about the Sixers since you love them so much?
Well, the reason why I'm so high on the Sixers is because, I'm expecting, Ben Simmons to come back with a better game and adding on to his game, a la a jump shot. You got to have a jump shot, to take this team over the hump into the finals. And what really, grabs me is Joel Embiid. We all seen what happened to him after, Kawhi hit that magnificent shot. He was in there crying
Off the court.
You could see the pain. He's going to bring that pain, next year. He's going to come back a more focused player. I think he's going to come back a more focused player. He's going to cut out, the antics that he always doing with the social media and all that. He's going to be more focused, and I believe they're going to be a team to be, reckoned with next year.
Okay. Reem, what about you? How you feeling on the Sixers?
I predict finals for them.
You predict that you will be emotionally distraught because that's not going to happen. You can't win.
Who's going to beat them?
I think teams are going to load up in the East. Don't sleep.
They still not getting past. They still not going to get past.
They was
Bucks.
a Kawhi jump shot away.
They're still not going to get past the Bucks.
Better team, though.
And the reason I say it is because Ben Simmons can't shoot. You gave him $170 million for a man who can't shoot. It's not like he doesn't have the willingness to even want to shoot.
But that's what we always talking about. We know he cannot shoot. But if he comes back with a jump shot, who's really gonna? Because that's what I'm predicting him to come back with. Who's really gonna defend that? Who's gonna beat that team?
You heard what you said. The key word: if.
There was a lot of ifs.
You pay into if. You already gave him the money.
If he had a jump shot. They was a Kawhi jump shot away from getting to the conference finals.
And listen to what you just said. If,
and they would have beat. I think they would have beat Milwaukee last year.
Listen to what you said. If again, right? If Giannis had a jump shot,
but if Ben Simmons puts the work in this summer,
which I hear he is.
But if we seen a video of that, we haven't seen yet.
I haven't seen a video. I need to see him with Brickley.
I need to see one of them.
Listen,
the mellow workout vids.
If we see Ben Simmons get in the gym with Brickley in the mellow gym and start hitting them threes,
it's a problem.
If he hits a jump shot, I might go to Philly to watch a game.
Hey, make that a button, man.
Hey,
make that a button.
Yo, there's a lot of ifs going on in Philadelphia, so it's going to be interesting. Speaking of C. Brickley, and going over there to the New York Knicks right now. What an offseason. They lost out on KD. They lost out on Kyrie. They lost out on Zion. They lost out on a lot of their major targets, but they ended up with Julius Randle. Reggie Bullock.
Who?
Reggie Bullock. Marcus Morris, $15 million.
You see? This is what I'll be talking about, man. Marcus Morris was supposed to go to the Spurs. But you know what? He said, nah, let me go to New York and get that bag.
That was also snake season, Lois and Keys. He snaked the Spurs. Yo, dirt.
Another snake move.
Yo, I tell you, it's really snake season right now.
And the Knicks gave how much to Taj Gibson? 68 mil?
No,
hell no.
What?
I think it was
68 was Randall. Taj Gibson got 20 mil, I think. 2 years, 20
Still,
mil.
that's too much.
10 years. And then they also got, what's the Knicks get? Bobby Portis also as well. So 4 power forwards they signed. But they still got Mitchell Robinson. You got R.J. Barrett, the Maple Mamba that they calling him right now. How we feeling about this nickname right now, the Maple Mamba?
Let him earn it first. Come on.
I got a hot take with that kid, too.
Okay, let me hear it.
I like him a lot.
I like him, too.
But they doing a Harden comparison. Nah, I see a little bit more Jalen Rose. or maybe a young Katino Mobley.
You know who I also see? Not left-handed, but
Mo
the
Pete?
game. Nah. He said Mo Pete. Michael Rads.
Michael Rads?
Michael Rads.
Oh, man.
No, I actually see a little Brandon Roy in him.
Nah,
I'm off.
I don't think he has the breakdown ability. Brandon.
He does, though. I've seen him.
Brandon Roy?
I mean, Brandon Roy is better. I'm not saying he's on Brandon Roy's level. Brandon Roy was a better playmaker.
I'm talking
But I
about on
think
tier. Nah, coming in,
All right, so who did you say?
I said Katino Mobley or
Okay, maybe that's a little better.
you know what I mean, Katino Mobley or a young Jalen Rose.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Well, you going with the lefty comparison.
Yeah, but if it's not a lefty thing,
Maybe I went too far.
for
with
my
Brandon.
young guys, maybe my older guys, maybe like a Michael Dickinson.
Okay.
When he first came in,
Okay.
especially when you play on a team with a green light.
I'm gonna say this. I think, right? He's gonna be a top 2 rookie of the year candidate, and I think he's gonna get you 16 to 18 a night in the NBA for the Knicks this season because I think he's gonna be featured in the offense. I think Fizdale is gonna feature him in the offense and make it a point to get him the touches to make him a better player. So because of that, I think he's gonna get you 16 to 18 a night, which will be top 2 rookie of the year candidate. I don't know if he's gonna win yet. It's either between Zion, him, or Ja for me.
300 pounds. So we'll see about that.
Rodney Rogers over there, right?
Hold on. All right. Since we in New York and we talk in New York, it's only right we discuss the snake move that Chauncey hit Melo with.
Ooh, talk about it.
I don't
Snake season.
I don't know what made this man talk about Melo in this way. I don't think Melo's not a main topic in the news, but I correlated it to more of, say I'm trying to get back with my lady. And she's saying, you're not considerate of my feelings. And then Chauncey comes and says, man, I talk to Melo all the time and I tell him you got to be more considerate of your lady's feelings. I'm never going to get back.
It was a dagger. It was a dagger. And to me, what was the part about it which I didn't like the most? It was that it was unnecessary. And I didn't like that Chauncey made the unnecessary comments because we know Ella was really trying to get into the league, right?
Really? Like
he really trying to get into the league. But I don't want Melo to be known for his off-court escapades, antics.
yacht boys, hot boys summer.
Oh, it's a hot boy summer. Well, Damo says lay off the yachts, right?
Lay off the yachts, man. Leave them hoes alone.
I only gotta lay off the yachts, man. But you know what's crazy? I haven't been seeing him in the gym though. In C Brickley right now. What's going on right now?
I don't
Last was Beanie Metal.
I don't know. We got to see what's going on, but
I want to see him in a jersey. Man.
reality is starting to set in. We might have seen the last of Melo, man.
Come on, Reem. Mellow Reem. 3 to the head. You can't say that.
And we might have seen the last of
Well,
him.
at least in the NBA. Because China is still open.
Oh wait. Wait, hold up. Can we get a big Damo? You didn't notice, but I gotta give a major shout out to Reem. Above the Rim family. We went out to the Big 3 this weekend, right? And my man Mellow Reem was true to the name Mellow Reem and came there with the Syracuse jersey to the Big 3.
Let's get it, man.
I gotta give my boy 3 to the head.
I'm not playing with these people.
I gotta give him some love.
Hey, man, you were supposed to bring the jersey for me to wear, man. What
I
happened?
ain't fooling around with you, man. I would like to talk about one team, though.
Who's that?
The Portland Trailblazers. I really like what they did sneakily as well.
Whiteside. Who else did they get?
They
Just
brought Whiteside.
Bazemore.
They got
brought
Bazemore. Think about it. You lost, what's this kid's name? Harkless and the other dude that don't comb his hair.
Oh, El Farouk.
And
Farouk Aminu.
Farouk Aminu.
Don't worry about cancer. But you gave
It was big for them, though.
True.
you don't really
Boss.
need a cancer when you have a Zach Collins and you're trying to groom him into that point.
Not a fan.
And then you don't like Collins?
I like
I
Collins,
Leonard
though.
over Collins.
Yeah, he's gone, too, right? Leonard is out of there.
South Beach.
Wow.
CP.
But I think Hassan
okay.
Whiteside, he gives you a chance for this guy to heal his foot.
Nurkic. Yeah.
Yeah, you give him some
that was a
chance
big
without
pickup.
rushing them back. And then you got another wing that can actually hit a jump shot. because you couldn't rely on Harkless or Aminu. You got Bazemore, and then you got Hood.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I hear you on the Blazers, but I think people are overrating the Blazers right now. I think a lot of teams got better.
No,
I think they leapfrogged the Blazers.
I'm not saying that they got crazy, but I'm just saying I like what they did.
No, yeah.
And remember this name,
Melo?
Anthony.
Come on, man.
Hey, man, Melo will be good on the Blazers right now.
Low key, he would be a good spot. But they got a kid, Anthony Simmons.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
torching
yeah.
the summer league.
I really like him. Like,
He could play.
they grooming him, so you know. This guy here, man. Yo, next topic, bro.
Yo, it's snake season.
They killing me, yo. Damo is snaking me, bro. The venom is in my neck.
Hey, man, I just want to see Melo in a jersey, man.
Me too, man. It's hurting my heart.
Man, this is crazy. Real quick before we move on to cross some say Pelicans, how we feeling about that? They picked up JJ Redd. They gave him the bag. What, 20 mil, something like that?
He earned it. He earned it.
Earned it. They got the young guns. They got
I'm
Lonzo
excited.
Ingram.
Favors.
Favors. But
Yeah.
listen,
I'm
this might be a
excited.
hot take, Jay, right now. Pelicans getting that 8th seed.
Who's their
Hot
big?
take, just.
Who's the
Huh?
big? Who's the big over there?
That's the problem. Jaleel Okafor.
He's not no knockoff, though.
But I don't think he's a starting caliber.
He doesn't. He's not
That's the
very
thing.
vertical.
They need a start. They could pick up a Gortat. I don't know why they're not looking at him. A Gortat. Fareed is out there. I can't put Fareed with Zion.
They don't got a Jinxa no more.
Dwight.
A Jinx.
I think his name is Alex a Jinxa.
Alex a Jinx.
Dwight is over there. Dwight. You could get Dwight over there.
Ooh.
Okay. That would be nice. Okay.
It's just that Dwight fools around a lot. You don't want that real
He gotta leave
influence
them
around
trainers
them young kids.
Well, he said he matured. Remember, he said he got no ego.
Oh, he found God.
Also-
You got the young buck syndrome right now.
Yeah, he do. Also, sneaky pickup. D Rose in Detroit was a sneaky pickup. I kind of, and the Morris twin went over there as well, Markeith. So I think Detroit is going to get a little bit better. Reggie Jackson and D Rose, I think, could work well. 2 combo guards. I think they'll be solid over there. Blake is going to hopefully be healthy. We don't know.
Josh Hart is there too.
Yeah. Yeah,
Josh Hart is
on
in
the
Detroit?
Pelicans.
Oh,
No,
he's
the
in the
Pelicans.
Pelicans.
Yeah.
Right.
And they kept each one more.
I'm saying they got a start. They got a little squad there.
Just need a big.
But that eighth
They see the
spot,
big.
I think Sacramento is gonna get that eighth
I'm not
spot.
mad at that.
Who they pick up?
They
Harrison
got
Barnes
back.
every side.
They got some other people, man.
Oh, Trevor Ariza.
Ariza.
Reza went there. Oh
I
man.
don't like that.
Yo,
fit,
this
but
kid, De'Aaron Fox. Yo,
He gonna take a leap forward. This
He's
year.
gonna be doing some big things next year, I predict. And
He is.
Bagley got to step his game up. I'm not really a fan of Bagley, but I
Yeah,
think
me neither.
De'Aaron Fox is gonna make some noise next year.
I agree.
I like Harry Giles.
Yeah, I like Harry Giles too. Also, last one. How we feeling about Kemba in Boston? I wasn't crazy about Kemba going there. I wanted him in Brooklyn, but I'm not mad at the fit in Boston. I feel like Boston is still going to be a team to be reckoned with
Yeah,
this year. And I
I
like
agree.
his fit over Kyrie with those young boys. I think personality-wise, Kemba is more of a big brother kind of dude to those
Right.
young boys. And I think they're going to listen to him a lot more. And he's going to let them eat.
And
which Kyrie didn't want to do.
I think with him going there, now we're gonna see Tatum take that lead.
Yes, yeah. The only problem though is Enes Kanter is your starting center. That's not gonna cut it for me.
Who's
Can't-
the backup?
They don't have none. Taco Fall is gonna be.
Oh,
Sneaky.
see, I think
I like him.
I like him, too.
I like Taco, but
he's 7'7", 7'8"?
He's gonna slow them down a little bit, though. I think.
I only need 15 minutes a night from him. Give me 20 minutes.
Plug up the middle.
Yeah, 20 minutes, 3 blocks.
I
Yeah.
like
2
Kimba.
dunks.
I like Kimba there.
I like him there.
Kimba's not a monstrative figure where he's gonna be in the media talking crazy and they looking for sound bites. So you might give him a chance to really actually hoop.
But the thing I like about Kimba, man, is he just goes in there, he does what you need him to
He
do.
does his job.
Yeah.
Does his job.
Lunch pail kind of dude.
And then
Kimba's my guy.
there's
I
no
love Kimba.
backup like there was last year on your heels. Like, yo, I deserve more playing time. Everybody's more falling into their roles
Yes.
this year. Where you have a Marcus Smart knowing you coming off the. It's Marcus Smart, right? Not.
Who? Smart Jaylen Brown?
Smart with the pimples in his face.
Yeah, Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart. You got him coming off the bench. He knows his role. He's a defender. He's an energy guy. You know what I'm saying? Like Rozier last year, he felt as though I'm just as good, and everybody.
shadow.
Yeah, everybody's title wasn't really defined.
Didn't Rozier left?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
on
he
Charlotte.
left
He's
too.
in Charlotte now.
But they have a young boy,
Oh yeah. Dang, what's his name?
Carson Edwards.
Yeah. Yeah, he's all right.
He's lighting them up in summer league as well. So I mean, and he seems like a real confident small combo guard. So I like him, but not too small guards. So
It's definitely gonna be interesting, fellas. This East and the West loaded up. It's gonna be a nice season, man.
Yeah.
Crossover segment, family.
Not a game. We talking about practice.
We got a lot of good feedback from the last crossover segment, episode 100. So I'm gonna run it back. I'm gonna do it again, only for the family, for Damo, for Mellow Reem, 3 to the head. Ask your GM. Tell me who you would take out of the 6 if you're building the team. 2 out of the 6. Gonna give you 3 guards, 3 bigs. One of them is not really a guard, but I'm gonna consider him a guard for this particular comparison because it's meaningful. So, start your franchise off with. Got Melo, got T-Mac, got CP3. For the bigs, got Shaq, got Tim Duncan, got Joel Embiid. Starting your franchise off. 1 big, 1 guard forward. Cola. Damo, I'm gonna start with
That's
you.
a tough one. Man, you gotta start with me?
Yep, starting with you, Damo.
Man.
Y'all did good the last one. I forgot, I didn't get to tell y'all the feedback from the last one, too. They were all different. Reem, you ready?
I think I got this
okay.
one. Man. I think I got this
You
one.
take it away. You take it away. Let me hear what you got.
So you know I gotta go with my main man. You know what I'm saying? Prime Melo, you get spacing. You get a clean jumper. He actually used to dive and finish at the rim with dunks. Shaq. Prime Shaq. I'm gonna go Prime Shaq with leaving Orlando into LA the first year. I like the first year. That body frame works out for what I'm talking about. Shaq is a dominant force that demands a double team, which would be, and he was a good passer for his size and
underrated.
To find an open Melo who gives him that space. So for order for him to operate where he needs his space, I think it will work perfect.
Okay, not mad at that. Damo, talk to me.
Oh, man.
Talk to me.
See, I had to recalibrate my thinking. I readjusted it. See, I didn't want to be biased because the whole time I'm thinking T-Mac and Shaq. But now that I think about it, oh, man, I want T-Mac and Shaq so bad. Because that's just like Kobe and Shaq. But I'm going to go. It is.
Okay.
T-Mac was just as good. Stop hating.
I don't know about that.
I'm taking Ray Allen over T-Mac. I'm sorry.
You disrespectful.
No.
I'm gonna go with CP3 and Shaq.
Oh!
Wow.
I'm gonna go with CP3 and Shaq.
Wow.
Really? Talk to me.
And here's why.
Wow.
The reason why I didn't go T-Mac and Shaq is because we all seen what happened with Kobe and Shaq. The egos got in the way. So to eliminate that, I go with CP3 because he would be more. He's a point guard, as you like to say. He would be more deferring to Shaq and let him get his. He would get like 40 a night in the league nowadays. He would just be wrecking. And then you surround him with the right players. Chris Paul is gonna get everybody in their spots while Shaq still gets to be Shaq.
Listen,
and that's why I got CP3 and Shaq.
My brother. You know I agree with you right there. You damn Skippy is CP3. Without a doubt is prime CP3. First of all, prime CP3.
He would definitely get a championship if he had Shaq.
Prime CP3 is 23 and 11. Easy with 2 steals and 4 rebounds. Almost 40, 50, 90. Not that close, but he shoots 90% from the free throw line. Shoots about 47% from the floor. Chris Paul, 9-time All-Star. 9-time All-Defense. With Shaquille O'Neal, you give him the point guard, one of the best passers in the game. I think I would say the 3rd best passer of all time. Magic Johnson. 2nd, I don't know. Maybe LeBron, maybe Oscar Robertson.
No J Kidd?
I can't give J Kidd over CP. Then I'll have to bump CP to number 2. J Kidd number 3.
Gotcha.
Stockton?
Nah, I think CP was a better passer than Stockton. Stockton was a great passer, don't get me wrong, but I think CP is more creative because he can create off the dribble a little bit better. My opinion. I wouldn't be mad if you gave it Stockton.
Creating off the dribble though. Nash.
I wouldn't be mad if you said Stockton. Nash too, but I'm taking CP over Nash. And I'm taking J. Kidd over
could play
Nash.
better, way better defense.
Yeah, he's an all-around player. So because of that, the all-around play, CP3, he can guard his man, of course. He can be the captain of your defense, of course. And I think he will allow Shaq to get even more easy buckets.
Exactly.
Like, Shaq was already getting enough easy buckets, but even more easy buckets. And with that squad, all you have to put is knockdown shooters with that squad. You need a Robert Horry type. You need a spacing four, a wing 3-and-D, wing 3-and-D,
Dang,
4, 3-and-D.
You know what, Just? I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about recalibrating again because now it's like because the problem with Shaq, right? He can't hit no free throws.
I know.
So you could do the hack of Shaq all day. But you know who you can do that with? And you could oh my God, can you imagine the pick and roll between him and Duncan?
It's not the same.
That would be crazy.
Let me interject in this one. What CP3 did for people like DeAndre Jordan and Tyson Chandler in the beginning of their careers, people who can't get a bucket for themselves.
All right, Reem, you got me. You got me back on board. You got me back on board.
With the Shaq that knows how to score
already.
But he doesn't even have to really do anything to score. You just have to catch.
Just be in the paint.
Catch it and dunk it.
You got me back on board there. You saved that
Wait, so Reem, are you recalibrating?
No, I just said it's a really good pairing. I'm sticking with my hometown.
Okay.
You know
I'm not mad at that. But you can't go wrong with that, right?
Nah, it's a beautiful pairing, though. I really like it. I might have been fired as a GM, and you guys would have been hired for sure.
Damn, nobody Joel Embiid. Okay, I thought you was going to go Joel Embiid, actually.
I wanted to, but...
I know he's a Joel Embiid guy.
I like Joel Embiid, man.
I know. He can space the floor. I know you a Joel Embiid guy. So that'll be interesting.
Can't go wrong with Shaq, though. Shaq was a beast, man.
Can't.
I mean, this dude... It was painful to watch people going against that dude, man.
I really like your picks, though, man. I really liked it. How you think about it? You double Shaq.
Damn.
CP is a knockdown shooter.
And he could score. Prime CP was getting you 23 a night.
He was a dog.
Remember, they robbed my son out of the MVP.
Got the mid-range.
They might have fought in the locker room, though. Them two. They
would
have scrapped. CP would have tried it.
He would have tried it, though. He would have
tried it.
He definitely would have tried it. I'm saying, man. Okay. I like that. Okay. I like that.
And all this basketball talk. I can't wait till the season starts.
No, I can't wait, man. I can't wait, for real. This season's about to be big time. And we got to see my son in South Beach. By the time my next episode comes out, CP gonna be in South Beach. You heard it here. Melo coming over there, too. JR coming over there also as for the veterans minimum. Everybody for the veterans minimum right now. You're going to get the Prince over there, Luke Mbamute. He follows CP Everett. You sleeping, but he's a solid defender. You sleep.
So you want Dwight?
He's a bona fide bum.
I would take Dwight.
Because Bam is not really
You got Myers Leonard there, too, so you don't really need Dwight.
Oh, yeah.
You got Myers Leonard. So Myers Leonard is a nice... Listen what Chris Paul's going to do for Bam Adebayo and Myers Leonard.
Yeah, you were just saying.
Think about that. Look at how those bigs can eat with CP controlling. And Jimmy Butler, get your buckets, Jimmy. Get your 25 to 30.
Let's make it happen. Yo, Melo, call me.
For real. Fellas,
hop
man.
off that yacht and get to South
Yeah,
Beach,
hop off the yacht, man. Hop off the yacht. Fellas, man, I appreciate y'all joining me once again, man. One-on-one. We had to run it back.
Yeah, we had to run that back.
Problem, man.
We had to run this back. And of course, y'all gonna be up here with me anytime y'all want to be here for the summer. Y'all friends of the show, so we already know what it is. Family, this is 101. Snake season. A lot of snakeage going on right now. And that's episode 101. And we out.